Greetings, folks. Welcome back to the Tractorfella channel, where we know nothing about tractors. On today's episode, we're going to take this beautiful Massey Ferguson 461, and we're going to address a series of issues with it. Some issues to include extra squeaky joints on this loader, thanks to the Zerks being ripped out of their locations, fuel filter replacement, hydraulic filter replacement, spiderweb removal. The rear axle lock is frozen. The high beams don't work. Although with translucent lenses, does it really matter? The roof rattles like crazy. I'd like to get some plywood between it and its mounting brackets. I'd also like to perma-mount some better lights and do an actual good job of wiring. I will tell you what, Mother Nature, although I don't want to jinx you, thank you for taking an extra long lunch break this fall. Tomorrow is Halloween and it is 75 degrees out here and gorgeous. And I need to shave and I really need a haircut. It has nothing to do with the weather though. Anyway, well, here we are. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop the wheel off. We're going to pop this cover off after we drain all the oil. And there's a nut on the inside that holds this entire assembly on. Last time we did this, that nut had split. And it is a $50 nut, which is completely ridiculous. So let's hope it's just loosened up and it's not broken. It's getting windy and it's getting cold, so I'm going to set up some type of wind block for the sake of our body heat. Wind block established. I believe this tractor was made in Bulgaria. Starts with a B. I'll add some text about where it's actually made. But judging from that, pretty sure it's going to be metric. Oh! My wind block has failed. You guys all right? Yeah, you're probably going to be a little sore tomorrow, but I think overall you look like you're okay. All right, let's try this again. Round two. Let's see what we can do. I don't have a big enough socket. That's step one. I'll have to get, oh no, I do have a big enough socket. It's going to be standard just because I said that. 1 1/16. Standard. Or maybe there's a metric crossover. Who really cares? Actually, it is my first day today. We need to get this wheel off the ground. It's pretty handy having a jack built into the vehicle you're working on. Excuse me. I think we're in business. Okay, let's get this wheel off. Again, this is the issue we're addressing. Whole thing is loose. Not cool. Not cool at all. You ready for my NASCAR skills? Here we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, let's get to it. Need an Allen to drain the oil. Brought in all the sockets. So I have no idea what size this one is. There we go. 8mm. Okay, so now we cross our fingers that this gear lube is not full of metallic debris. And survey says I see a little bit of water. I see a few pieces of glitter. That also could be from me not cleaning it out good enough last time, or so I'm going to hope. Well, that's draining. 11/16. Oh, oh. There goes the gasket. There we go. We'll just keep those together. And I'd say overall that really doesn't look bad. Round two. I know. My humor is just all there. You ready for the big reveal? I'm not. I'm quite concerned. Not so much concerned, I really hope that nut didn't break again, because I don't really have $50 extra laying around just to fix this thing again. Wow, my RTV job went well, I guess. There it goes. Okay. Give me some good news. Give me some good news. Oh boy, I forgot the planets are attached to this plate. See? Pretty cool, huh? Sorry, let's do that again in not wide view so you can actually get a little definition here. Teeth look great on these planets. I don't see any chips. I don't see any scratches. I don't see any wild... Well, there's a couple scratches, but I don't see any crazy signs of wear. So that's a good thing. Now, the nut is loose, but... Oh, thank goodness it's not broken. Oh, yes. That is great news. Whew. Okay, folks, let's clap it out. Funny story. Last time this broke, the only thing holding the dang thing together was the split ring, the snap ring. Isn't that amazing? Well, you know what? Probably could have used a gear lube change anyway. Now, unfortunately, I do not have a special J31 8.6 to the 12th tool to tighten this down, so we're going to use a punch and a hammer. The torque spec is like 350 foot-pounds or something completely ridiculous. So let's give it a roll. Let's give it a roll. Let's tighten it down. Okay, let's see if we can do this without too much damage. Nope, didn't think so. We're just going to use what we have as I drop every single one of them. I know, go ahead and cringe, but this is what's going to work for me. I think that's probably good. Borrow my wife's old clothes. Anytime, we get holes in the socks or pants that are worn out, they're fantastic shop rags. And I'm out of paper towel. Anyway, that's pretty darn tight. I don't want to go a whole lot more. That's probably super loud because I'm talking in your ear right now. Not going anymore. And the wheel still spins. What great news is that? Okay, well, we'll hyperlapse some scraping action because I know you all really love to watch that. Okay, so pretty encouraging. I was terrified the nut broke again. I was going to attempt to weld it if it actually broke again. Have most of the RTV cleaned off. I'm going to go ahead and get some rubbing alcohol and clean up the surfaces, and then we'll figure out the torque spec for that cover and move on to the next thing. And go. All right, we are clean. Excuse me. We are clean and we are ready to put this cover on. I still have to go do that out there to the hub. You get an idea of what I did. I first of all took some towels. I absorbed as much of the leftover gear lube as I could. And then I took some, I don't have any brake clean, so I did second best. Did my best to get the rest of the oil out of here. Took the compressed air, blew out all around it, trying to get all the oil to run down. So let's go take care of the hub. Gonna do the same thing here. We already did some scrapage. Now we're just gonna clean it with alcohol. Then I'm gonna bring my air compressor out here. We're gonna blow out all the holes, make sure we don't have any debris in there. And then we'll go to the next steps. Okay, so the mating surface is clean up here. And can you tell I really cleaned these up great last time? There's definitely not still original RTV from the factory on the ends there. So we'll go ahead and take care of that really quick. And a 1 and a 2. We need torque specs, folks. Workshop manual. That's what we're looking for. We want front axle, Perkins 1100 non-electronic diesel engine. Front axle, yes. Here's the nut wrench, MF 481 hub nut wrench. So you can torque it to, oh, must be the first Saturday of the month, to 380 Newton meters. We'll put the foot-pound spec in here somewhere. So yeah, that's a lot. Refitment. Planetary carrier. Apply instant gasket. Loctite 515. Okay, well, I used black RTV last time, and it worked marvelously. Apply a light coating of lubricating oil to the 12 planetary carrier bolts, and tighten to 78 Newton meters. Rotate the wheel so the plug is at 3 o'clock, fill it up to this level. So in other words, what we're going to do is we're going to have the plug at 12 o'clock, fill it up to what we think is about half, turn it sideways, see if it drips out or not. It doesn't tell you to use a sequence, but we're going to.
Okay, here we go.
Let's get some Ertiva on this hub here. I'm going to have to get some more Ertiva pretty soon. This stuff's getting old. Seems to work, though, in most applications, except that of a power washer. If you haven't seen me struggle with getting that stupid power washer valve cover to seal up, feel free to check out the episode that I can hopefully put in the upper right corner of your window. You guys out there squeeze the toothpaste from the middle of the container or from the bottom of the container? I'll be totally honest. I'm OCD about a lot of things, but I'm a middle squeezer. Yep. Just ask my wife. She loves it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Every once in a while, I'll do one of these, squeeze it up, spin the tube. You guys sleeping yet? It's okay if you are. It's good for my ratings. It means you sleep through the whole show and my viewing time goes up. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're gonna let that chill for 15 minutes or so. Literally chill. And then we're going to go ahead and put those bolts in with a light layer of lubricating oil. I'm going to have to tell Alexa to add RTV to my shopping list. You ready for some torquing action? It's going to be pretty exciting. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to take our planetary housing here, and we'll probably have to give it a little bit of a wiggle so that we can get all the teeth in the right spot. Yeah. There we go. Oh no, I forgot, it's indexed. What I mean is, once this has engaged the ring gear, you can't rotate it. So unless you have it in the correct orientation, your bolt holes don't line up. So, whoops. Let's see if we can find the spot. Oh, so close. Wait, can I spin this? No, I can't. Oh wait, yes I can. Well, I guess we'll call that a learning experience. Okay, I think we're ready. There it is. Okie doke. Light amount of lubricating oil. Pretty exciting, huh? I think so too. All right, we're gonna go through a first pass on light load. I'm gonna do across from each other, and then work my way back and forth. Sound like fun? Yep. All right, let's do it. Okay, 78 Newton meters. It's about 55 foot-pounds. Here we go. We'll do increments. Is this gonna spin? It is. I'm gonna have to lock it in four-wheel drive. BRB. It's on the other side. There we go. Should be good. See if we're locked up now. Yep. Perfect. I'm gonna do 45 Newton meters first, and then we'll go up to 80. Okay. 45 times 12. A little cleanup here. Here we go. 60, 70. Jeez, oh Pete. Can't believe how tight that's supposed to be. 78 Newton meters. 60, 70. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah. By the tractor. Is the face red? It's a lot of work, torquing things down. Oh, I'm getting foggy too, aren't I? That was nothing. Now I gotta do 278 Newton meters. And just kidding. I can't exactly add oil with the wheel on there, so I plugged a fill hole since the drain plug is over yonder somewhere. And we're gonna let this cure for 24 hours and then we'll fill it up and continue about our business. So I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye. Nothing like having a wheelbarrow around to haul your tool pile back to the garage. Man. And we're back for a new and dark day. Today we fell back, time-wise, dropped an hour in our clocks, and, well, it feels like I should be in bed sleeping right now, even though it's 4 o'clock. Don't have a whole lot of time today for a wind block, so we're just going to go ahead and shoot for the stars. Procedure. Add some oil, turn to 3 o'clock, see if it leaks out. If oil does not leak out, repeat. And yes, I'm wearing my going to town clothes today. Very exciting. Extra large funnel. Should probably clean it first, huh? Got some squeakers in the background playing on hay bales today. And yes, you are correct. You see a toilet. I swear, we're not complete trash. When we bought our camper, it came with a compostable toilet, which I've never used and probably never will use, but it's just residing here for now. This is what the dealership sold me when we did this last time. Legacy. So that's what we're going to stick with. Oh, nice and clear. Uh-oh, somebody hit their butt. I'm pretty sure that's what I just heard. Should probably go assess that problem. I'm sure we need a lot more than that. Yep. And I will repeat this until we're done. There it is. Okay. With a little bit of extra, I think that'll be just fine. Alright, there's our rubber O-ring. Rubber? What am I Wow. That is a steel washer. That is in no way, shape, or form a rubber O-ring. Apparently I need to go to bed early tonight. At work, they told us that incidents often skyrocket as far as traffic accidents and people making boo-boos that cause themselves to get hurt after the time change. We're playing Tigers today. Alright. That is in there. Let's see if we can lift this monster back on here. Well, it's really not a monster compared to other tractors. probably shouldn't be wearing my going to town clothes. Oh yeah, that's dusty. There we go. Whew. Time to go nuts. See what I did there? I know. I have all the humor. And here we go. And now for the fun part. Torque to 270 Newton meters, which works out to be, let's see, 270, 50, 60, 70, so about 200 foot-pounds. Oh my goodness. Is that really necessary? Oh my gosh. There's no way. There's no freaking way. We're going to 150 and calling it a day. Oh man. Two more. Need a pipe wrench to torque these. Oh, that one's loose as can be. Yeah, we're good. 150 will be plenty. Pretty sure last time I didn't even get close to that, and the wheel is not going to fall off. Alright, that's all I have for today. See you folks tomorrow. And we're back. I think today I want to play with something that I've wanted to make work for a very long time, and that is the rear axle lock. Right now it is seized in its bore, and it does not move at all. If we climb down here, the pedal will move up and down. Yeah, as you can see. However, let me show you the issue. Now, if we look from the back side, boop, the pedal is right here. This is the pedal mechanism, and it pushes back and forth on this pin here. And this pin slides left and right, depending on whether or not you've locked the axle. Now, when you push it down, it should slide inward, engage something in the giant pumpkin back here, and lock your rear wheels together. The issue I have is that rubber seal right there, where my finger is, why can't I get the camera in there? Oh, because these horribly routed hydraulic lines. That's why. What happened now? Anyway, this rubber seal, apparently not adequate enough to keep water from getting into here and causing it to rust up. So, we're going to go get a torch, because I have beat on this thing with a hammer and I can't get it to move. And by beating on it, I mean I beat on the pedal trying to get this thing to break free. Obviously this seal is junk and it's just gonna come off right now. Maybe something underneath will be helpful to look at. There we go. It's threaded. Now hold on here, what in the world is that? Why is there a threaded rod on the axle lock? What in the world? Alright, well, I need to do some reading here. I guess that would sort of explain why it doesn't move, but why? I'm so confused. Oh, by the way, look who's back. It only took 5 weeks. Engine ticking, they said was piston slap. I have a really hard time believing it was piston slap. But anyway, we had an aftermarket warranty that we bought with it. So we got a new used engine in it, but whatever. Whole thing has 165,000 miles on it, I want to say. I mean, we'll take it. We had to either take that engine that they gave us, or we'd have to pay an extra $3,000 for a GM remanufactured. And with a vehicle that has 160-some thousand on it, I don't think so. Oh hey, I refinished the top. Pretty exciting, huh? You youngsters, come right on over and have a seat with old Pappy. Yeah. Okay. Oh. I don't really want to trash my manuals. You know me and my manuals. Operator's manual. Differential lock. Do not drive on roads or at high speeds anywhere with the differential lock engaged. Yeah, I could see that being a potential problem. Steering will be difficult. Use the diff lock to improve traction, but release it for turning at row ends, or just turning in general. To engage the diff lock, fully depress the clutch pedal. Push down on the diff pedal with your heel. This engages the differential lock. Release the clutch pedal slowly while maintaining foot pressure on the differential lock pedal. To disengage the diff lock, release the pedal. If the lock fails to disengage automatically, depress the clutch pedal. Do not attempt to engage the diff lock with one wheel stopped and the other one spinning. You'll snap your diff lock. Okay, so that's the only information and is completely useless. I found maintenance and adjustment, differential lock disc brakes. Ensure that the pedal, number 1, operates freely through its complete travel. Well, we can't move it at all, can we? Turn back the rubber seal, which we have ripped off completely because it wasn't doing anything except probably holding moisture in. Covering the actuator fork lock nut. Slacken the lock nut. Unscrew the fork so that the foot pedal casting just contacts the mounting bracket. You can unscrew that? You can unscrew the fork. Okay, let's go look at it. We need some stuff. You guys see? You hear me? Oh, the wind is not helping anything right now. And this operating area is squished. So trying to get in here is a work of art. I think I figured out the problem. I think this jam nut is supposed to be jammed against this fork. They jammed it against the pumpkin. I think they call this a trumpet or a tuba or whatever, something with a big bell. I think what they did, what do you want? Who are you? Anyway, what I was thinking is that this nut should be jammed against the fork to keep the fork from rotating. Instead, they jammed it against this trumpet housing, so the stupid thing won't go in to engage the diff lock. How does that? All right, so I'm going to go back there. I'm going to see first of all if I can rotate that shift fork. That thing is rock solid. I wonder if I raise up the hydraulics, if I can get in here easier. Noise. Yeah. There we go. Let's see. Can we rotate this? Oh yeah, we can. Okay, so interesting. It is spinning. This is all one piece. That axle lock nut. I'm so confused. Let's loosen it up and see what we can see. Alright, that moved. Moved something anyway. So I loosened it up. Let's push the pedal and see if the fork moves now. No, it doesn't. That is a very strange design, because you're telling me that that nut is supposed to sink into the housing with the fork and activate it. That is the dumbest design. Come look at this. Come, you have to look at this. Sorry about the vertical view, but do you see what I see? It looks completely rusted solid. I can't point because I don't have the ability to, but it looks like that whole ring that's rotted is supposed to go in with that nut. I'm going to try it like this, and we're going to see if it's going to work at all. Oh, there you go. Okay, I'm going to go step on this thing, which means I have to walk all the way around again. Okay, let's see what happens. Nothing. Nothing at all. It's rusted solid. Okay, let's be smart about this, shall we? I have no idea how long this is going to take. That's a lot of metal. Excuse me. don't think this isn't looking too good. Let's see if we can shock the bolt a little bit. What I want to do is heat the outside, cool the inside, and try to shock them apart, if that makes any sense. It went! No way! Oh, yes! Now we gotta get it back out. Oh, sweet. I gotta get a pry bar. Let's get a little lubricant in there, because we don't like lubricant. Let's start moving it back and forth. Oh, yeah. Ooh, wow, it came out too far. I don't know if that's good or not. Unless that's the spring-loaded action. Could that be? Because this thing's supposed to spring back after it's not, once it's disengaged. Don't want to go too far with it off, because there's a possibility that we could break something. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah, folks. Okay, so I think you've seen the exciting part. I'm going to go ahead and work this back and forth for a while, and once it's loosened up, I will bring you back. Check out this. I've been trying to loosen the pedal up. There you go. See that guy? There's supposed to be a grease fitting there. And what do you know? It's broken off. How extraordinarily inconvenient. I can move it back and forth, but it's still pretty stiff. So I've been doing this. What in the world? Oh, it's trash truck day. What do you know? That was a whole lot of noise for not a lot of speed. So I think we're going in the right path. You want to see something cool? Yeah. Oh, what a great day. I've had this tractor for like 8 years, and it's never had a functioning diff lock. Now the real kicker is, does it actually work? Toilet. A lot of you are probably wondering why I'm so excited about this. Well, this is kind of like my bail us out machine when we get super heavy snowfall and the Jolly Green Giant with his lovely auger gets clogged every 3 feet. That gets us out of that sticky situation. I'm just happier than a piggy in a big pit of poo-poo right now. Yes, I am. Okay, well, you're getting low on battery, so I need to go plug you in. And I'm just gonna go finish up. I'm gonna go tighten that nut back up, verify everything still moves. I'll probably cake the whole thing in grease. Try to keep that as our protection for everything getting frozen up again. I'll have to put a sticky note on the dash or something like that. Exercise diff lock. Exercise diff lock. You know, actuated a couple times when we're out doing something else. All right, plug-in time. I had to take a break from the Massey Ferguson so that we could do a little maintenance on the generator. Time for an oil change. You gonna make it, Titan? Are you gonna make it? Your eyes, they're just locked. And everyone's coming home from work right now, so there's all your good old road traffic. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my oil change. See you soon. All right, oil change done. Time for a cold start. I don't know who I'm kidding. It's 70 degrees out, and it's November 5th. Speaking of which, voting day. Hope you all voted for because of that was a joke. I'll never, ever, ever, ever talk politics on this channel. Ever. But really, hope all you United Statesians did some voting today. All right, here we go. Manuel. So I just finished fixing the air compressor, the fan, and I wanted to end the day in the Massey episode by showing you this. Did you notice? Did you notice? New glasses. You know what is amazing about it? Check this out. Oh. They stay on my head. I don't have to push them up every 7 seconds. This is fantastic. I can see they're not scratched in 75 places, and they stay on my gourd, my gigantic gourd. What a great day. I'll see y'all later. Y'all? I don't ever say y'all. And we're back for another thrilling day. So I bought these quite a while ago. You know, I bought the cheap Zelcan style. I don't know which ones we're going to use, but they come in all different sizes, from itty bitty to maxi. So I'm thinking we're going to tackle what I expect to be the most difficult task on the tractor, and that would be these guys. So let's go inspect and see what we can find. Okay, here's our first culprit. Right there. There should be a grease fitting there. And considering the fact we're picking up round bales with this loader and large piles of snow in the winter, it's probably not good that that hasn't been greased for quite a while. Let's go ahead and pull that guy off there. And then the pin, I believe, can only go one way, and it's that way. Sorry about the wind. It's 55 degrees out. It's nice, but it's windy, so gonna be a little noise in the background, I'm sure. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Nope. 14. Bertha, do your worst. Excuse me. No, that's probably never coming back out until I try to put it back in. There we go. Really glad I brought my gloves with me. They're going to good use right now, aren't they? I guess old habits die hard. Okay, plug your ears. Probably good enough for what we want to do. Funny part is, I can't get a drill in there. And I'm pretty sure I need to drill that out. Get the old base of the Zerk out of there. What do you think? Pop this one out and then just lift it out of the way? I think that's a good idea. I really don't want to take the bucket off completely, so let's just go with that plan. Oh yeah, the nut's still in there. That's super convenient. There we go. Oh, come on now. Alright, we gotta figure this out. There we go. It's a locking style nut with the nylon bushing in there, so get it on too far and it doesn't want to come back off with my wimpy fingers. Well, that one's nice and greased. Surprise, surprise. That's heavy. A lot heavier than I thought it would be. Alright, I'm going to get a big chunk of wood to use as a kickstand. Okay. That should be safe-ish. Now, let's see if we can, hopefully, I'm hoping we hit that thing with the drill bit and it'll just spin out and go out the backside. I mean, hoping. Hoping, this being the strong word here. Let's go ahead and dimple this guy so I can get a drill bit in the right spot. Actually, is that just dirt? It is! There's not even a fitting in there. Holy smokes. Okay. Let's get a mini file and clean that out then. Thankfully, I brought my entire set like I always do. Looks like I can't tell if there's pieces of thread in there or not. Want to have a look? I know you do. There we go. A little bit of light. You can help me see too. Yeah. I don't know what that is. Is that a really fine thread that's in there? I don't know. Let's find a fitting and see if it goes in. This is made by Bush Hog. I think it's made in the USA. Let's try SAE first. How do you open this frickin' thing? I'm gonna open it and then they're all gonna go crashing down. Oh, I'm opening the wrong side. So okay, this is not gonna end well if I keep that up. So let's move it to a new ridiculous location. No. Alright, let's check out the other ones. Smaller. I'm definitely gonna have to just commit to one and tap it. So I've been thinking, for about 6 or 8 seconds. That had a 1/4 by 28 in it before and it ripped out. It's probably going to rip out again, but it also could have been the metric size. So I'm just going to tap it a 1/4 by 28 and see what happens, just to try it. Wind. This little guy should work. That's pretty dang snug in there. Definitely cutting some new threads. Unbelievable. Why can I never find a useful holding tool? Why? Could also be the fact that most of the taps and dies that I use are considerably cheaper than the quality ones. Probably should have put some lube in there to begin with, but just way too excited. Boy, that's tightened up a lot. I'm wondering if the bottom of this hole is purposely smaller than the top of the hole in order to keep the fitting from going in too far, so that you don't bottom it out against your pin here. Success? Oh yeah, success. What I really need to do... Oh boy, this could be interesting. Hindsight's always 20/20, right? Take this. I'm gonna beat this against here so that it lifts it up and the pin comes out and I can see through the bore, because I want to make sure there aren't any burrs. And here we go. Almost. Whew. Old bucket moved. There are no burrs in our new hole, but there is some debris in there that I'd like to get out. There was probably about, I don't know, 5 to 10 milliseconds where I thought about putting my finger in there in between this and this, you know, just in the event that if this fails or if that fails, you know, I'd lose my phalange. So take a couple minutes, think about what you're going to do before you do it. So we're going to take this little wad of paper towel, we're going to stuff that in there. And push out all the debris. How are you going to get that paper towel out of there? Well, I don't know. That's a great question. Luck, perhaps? Luck be paper towel tonight. I know. Gotta quit my job and start that singing career sooner than later. That looks better. No burrs coming out of our hole. We're gonna put that guy in there. And I'm gonna go find a little teeny socket to tighten it down with. You guys recommend blue Loctite or anything like that? Why don't we just see how it does? Definitely gonna need a wheelbarrow today to bring all my tools back to the garage. I got my mini set here. I'm sure one of these will work. Definitely not that one. There we go. What do we have? 8 mil emitter. Let's see how she tightens down. Firm. Tight. Is it sticking out the bottom? It is not sticking out the bottom. I don't want to say anything. Not just yet. Let's put in the cylinder first. I don't think it really matters. Let's put this in first so we can grease it with all the free range room that we want. Yes, I just said free range room. That's something new. I have to patent it now. No, none of that noise, horse. Nobody wants to hear you squealing out there.
Look at my butt! Look at my butt!
No, nobody. This pin needs some love. Probably needs to be replaced in all reality. But we're just gonna give it a little scrubbing. Shame on me for not addressing this sooner. Grease time. This is just a general purpose, all-purpose, loving grease. Actually, I despise grease because it ends up getting everywhere. That should be a good starter. Now, I've got to line this back up. I'm gonna have to push the bucket somehow. That was really good effort right there. Oh, good. Now I'm greasing my hammer. Smart. Really smart, Aaron. You got all the brains today. And there's one wasted pair of gloves. All right. Nice and easy when it's greased. Funny how that works. Okay, let's test it out. It's flowing. It's coming out the bottom. Oh man, what a great day. My first ever grease fitting repair. Let's get this little guy back in here. Woo! While we're here, all right, it's flowing out. Beautiful. Let's do these guys next. Make sure they don't rip out. It's flowing out. Look at this little guy. I'm worried about you. Okay, Wind, we get it. Yeah, we really do. Throwing my stuff everywhere. You stay there. Nice. Okay. And there's one on the back here. And there's a hole that you put your gun through in order to pump it up. That, my friends, is the other fitting we have to repair on that side. So that is going to be interesting. There she glows. You see down there? You can see down there. In this hole here is a grease fitting. I heard it come out. There is no serviceable fitting on this stick. Oh yeah, there is. There's one down here. Just kidding. That's a cotter pin. But there should be another one of these on the bottom too. But I think it's on the up. Nope, it's on the same side. Got to get all the manure crammed in this hole out. I'm sure that's more than enough. You guys are rocking a little bit. Hang in there. Like my hat. All right, you saw everything I greased over here. I'm just gonna repeat it on the other side, and then we're gonna go and repair that one in the corner, which could prove to be interesting. I wanted to start with the easier spot, kind of get my feet wet. Now we know what we're up against for the next one. All right, see you in a bit. Okie dokie, grease job complete, and boop, she gone. That right there in the center of your screen is where the fitting is supposed to be. Hopefully, it completely ripped out like the other one did. And I can just take this cotter pin off, lift out the holding pin, push this out, and then I don't really know after that. Maybe we can try to extend these rams, and this one will come up enough we can get to it to service it a little better. Maybe we'll have to pull that pin out too. But the problem is that pin comes this direction into all my hydraulic hoses, which means I would have to loosen up a lot of stuff to get those hoses out of the way. And I really just don't want to do that. So, yeah, let's see what we can do. Here we go. I'm going to be a little bleached out in the background for this scene, but that way you get your best bang for the buck on this video, which that phrase does not apply whatsoever to what we are doing here. But that's okay. Keep on keeping on, as the wise Joseph Dirte once said. That came out fairly easily. Wrong tool for the right job. Okay. Pin, I'm going to lose that in about 10 seconds. Pardon me. Okay, that's out. Yeah, that's not going to move easily. Probably because there's a lot of pressure on it from the weight of the arm pushing down. So I'm going to get one of our chunks of wood and see if we can wedge it in here a little bit. Just kidding. We're going to try the loader technique. Whether it's the right technique or the wrong technique, I don't know. But we're going to find out one way or another. The pins come out either way, so it doesn't matter. So we can take that pin out over there as you vibrate like crazy. I apologize. Close your eyes if you have to. It'll pass. We can take that pin out and then lift up the arms. I think we should do that. I don't know, worth a shot. Because I moved it and I saw the pin wiggle a little bit. Because hypothetically, you pull these pins out, you move the hydraulics out, and the entire thing should rock forward, right? Because the bucket is locked in one position, so it's not going to pivot at the bucket. Let's try it. Okay, this one has a linchpin style, probably the correct pin for this. And this one actually moves because it has grease on it. Cross your fingers, folks. Keep them crossed. I think that's about it. Also, making sure the hydraulics are not in a floating position. There we go. Yep, it popped up just a little bit. Just gonna leave the pin right there. See how that side goes. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pop this one. We'll go inward. I forgot my brass. It's moving. I'm gonna get my brass punch so I don't destroy this punch. I think this one's so stiff because it's dry as a bone. Almost. Worst case scenario, my punch gets pinched and we're saved. Okay, we're saved. Where'd you go, little guy? Wow, big guy. I'm glad I went that way because there is a mushroom lip on the other side. That would have been a bear to punch through there. Okay, well, my punch is holding up the whole thing. Starting to think this is probably a poor idea. Let's see what happens. Stand over here where it's safe. So I was able to get it to shift backward by moving the bucket. All right, well, it worked. Now, getting it back together, that's going to be the interesting part. All right, let's engage our fix-it skills. First of all, please be ripped out completely. Yes! Yes! Oh man, am I getting... Oh, nope. Nothing to say. I have nothing to say today. All good things. All good things. Let's get some lubricant in our tap. I'm gonna get a safety board to wedge in here so that if something fails and I'm trying to do a tap job, I don't lose a hand. I think that'll do its job. Yep, I think we're good. Off we go. And it's gone. Having some trouble biting on the first teeth here. It's also a strong possibility this is one of those very inexpensive kits. There we go. I think we're biting. I think. Don't jinx it. It's gonna go. It's just gonna take me a bit. So I'm gonna work at it and I'll bring you back when I get there. Okay, focus. There we have it. You're all the way in as far as I can go. If you look through here, there's the tappy tap. And I can't go, I'm not gonna try to go past that point. I'm guessing they do that so you don't thread your grease zerk, if even possible, all the way in and bottom it out on the pin. Okay, bleached out background. Let's see if this little guy wants to go in here. Oh, it does. It wants to go home. Yep, that is tight. Pinny McPins. Put a little grease on it. Alright, we're going to do this side first. See if we can find a combination of bucket movement and loader arm movement to get it back into its home. Sorry about the wind again. Okay. Okay. Last step. Not taking any grease. Take some pressure off. Taking grease. All right. Coming out one side. Let's get it out the other side. There we go. All right, folks. It's been a greasy journey, but I'm gonna go take a break for a little while. Plus, I'm gonna have to wheelbarrow all of my tools back again. Oh look, another grease fitting. All right, folks. I expect this video to be complete garbage because there's wind and it's butt cold outside. However, we just put a new round bale out for the glue sticks. That's a joke. Relax. It's a joke. And so I would like to check to see if the diff lock works. I'm going to dig the bucket in the ground. We're going to try a one-wheel peel, and then we're going to try a one-wheel peel with the diff lock and see what happens. So let's do it. Okay, we're buried in the ground. The diff is unlocked. We're gonna go with first gear. She is unlocked. And let's see if we can dig a hole with one tire. There it is. There's the one tire fire. And now it's switched to the other side. It's going back and forth. We're not doing a whole lot of anything except making a disastrous mess for me to fix. Now, let's lock this baby. I believe that's locked, and let's go. Oh yeah, they're both spinning. Left and right. And if I unlock, which I can't, because we're in gear, now we're unlocked, go again. Not moving. Moving. Oh. What a great day. Welcome back, folks, for a new and gorge-tacular day. I think today's going to be a messy day for two reasons. First reason, I need to find the fuel filter, which I'm guessing is not on the hot side of the engine. However, the hydraulic filter is on the hot side of the engine. And by hot, I just mean next to the turbo. But here's the funny part. The loader mount is going to prevent me from potentially getting that out of there. We're gonna have to play around. I'm really hoping that I don't have to take this whole mount off, take the hard lines off, just so I can remove the entire assembly. What I'm hoping is that I can unthread this, slide it over to the side, and pull it out up through here. The next item on the agenda is going to be the fuel filter. Hang out there for a sec while I lift this up. Yeah, there we go. Engine cover removed. There's our Perkins Eco Plus. Looky there. Hopefully we don't, I wonder if we have any water in here. Nope, that's 100% fuel. I've said it before, although I live in a rural community, the gas station down the road gets plenty of business, so I'm fairly certain all of their fuels are very regularly circulated and consumed. Hey look, fresh grease. Fuel filter is on the list. Enough yakking, let's get to it. If you're tired of shop manuals, go ahead and skip ahead. I'll try to make this less painful for the rest of you. Fuel filter 69. Change the fuel filter element every 500 hours. I bet it's never ever been changed. We'll have to look at the hour meter. Can't remember off the top of my head. Okie dokie. Put a suitable container below the filter. Clean the outside of the assembly. Open the drain. Drain all the fuel out. Okay. Using a strap wrench, loosen the filter casing. Remove the casing and element from the fuel filter head. Remove the filter element from the casing. Press down on the filter element against the spring pressure and rotate it counterclockwise to release it. Okay, not so bad. Put the new filter element inside. Press the element down and rotate clockwise to get it to lock back into place. Fit a new seal to the casing and lightly lubricate it with fuel oil. Well, that means diesel. They call the fuel oil. Okay, well, I wonder what kind of fuels we can run through this thing. Check that the thread on the inside of the element is not damaged. Fit the filter assembly to the filter head and tighten by hand until it contacts the filter head. Tighten the assembly a further 1/8 of a turn. By hand. Don't use a strap wrench. Then we have to bleed it. I didn't think about the bleeding process. Remove the cover for the fuel injectors turn the key switch to the run position, leave the key switch in the run position for 3 minutes. Turn the key switch off. Loosen the flare nuts for the high pressure fuel lines on all the injectors. Do not crank the engine continuously for more than 30 seconds. Okay, so they want us to do a full-on bleed with this thing. Bummer. My Duramax is so easy to bleed. Okay, well, only one way to do it. Let's bite this elephant one chunk at a time. Well, I made the executive decision, since sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy, that we're going to do it right here. And if I can't get it to restart, then, well, it's just going to stay here indefinitely. Oh, look at this garbage. Yeah, you see that? Somebody built a home here, and I'm not too happy about it. Maybe that's why my frickin' headlights don't work anymore. Extremely irritating. Back to the task at hand. I have an old oil container here, and I'd like to use to capture all of the fuel. Hopefully this doesn't take... Oh boy. Oh, nope. Yep. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just do that. I'll see you in about 30 minutes. I'm hoping this is the only thing that really drains, and it's not going to pull all the fuel out of the injectors, because that could get messy. Okay, so I've drained quite a bit out. I've cleaned this all up as well. I'm just going to try to unthread it by hand instead of... Oh, look at that. Are we coming out, or are we just hanging out? Well, we're coming out, finally. I am going to... Oh, you know what? I see scratches here. Somebody has changed the fuel filter before. How nice is that? I'm going to go grab the other filter before I get in too much over my head. Sorry, that took me a while. I had a mild panic attack when I couldn't find it. Realized that I had it on the shelf in my garage, and it was in a giant white box. This thing looks like it was made when this tractor was made, back in 2005. Perkins Eco Plus. There we go. Nice new filter. I don't know, they talk about, you know, taking the ultimate care of your fuel system to not contaminate it, but then you get shipped a filter that's in a box with no seal, no bag around it, nothing. Although it does have a new O-ring, which is nice. Here we go. I have a drain pan down below, just in case the Valdez tries to occur. Okay, I'm getting there. Sweet. Oh man, this looks not great. We're good on the drippage. Maybe just a few more drips here and there. Let's see what's going on here. Pour some more fuel into here if possible. That was a great pour. Let's inspect the filter. So we got to push down and go counterclockwise. There we go. Oh, that's pretty unpleasant looking. Then again, I don't really know what the inside of a fuel filter looks like. And I don't know, maybe you guys do, maybe you don't. Let's get this baby in the sunshine. I see quite a bit of darkness in there. I'm almost wondering if I need to get an algicide. Unless that's just dirt. Maybe you guys can tell me. Some of you heavy equipment operators change filters like this frequently. I don't. I've never done an open style filter. I've always done a filter that's in a canister, like on my Dirty Max. That's the only real fuel filter experience I have. I don't know. Anyway, that's that. Get out the new fuel filter. You guys having fun? I'm having fun. Get the new Perkins Eco Plus with the included new O-ring seal, which is nice. Alright, we'll worry about the O-ring in a minute. I'd rather get the filter in there. You can see, looks the same, has the threads on the inside, the locking tangs on the bottom. And we go in like so. And we push down and rotate clockwise. And I guess that's it. Yep, it's locked in there now. Well, that's cool, not too bad. Pretty straightforward. The old O-ring, did it already fall off? Nope, it's on there. Alright, give it a pinch and a twist. And get out our new O-ring. Oh, what does it say? Oh, it even has instructions on how to change it. How convenient. This says to pre-fuel. This looks like to me pre-fuel. Oh my gosh. Looks to me like you should pre-fill the fuel filter. I can't say it. Pre-fill the filter. Looks to me, with this gas icon, we need to pre-fill the filter housing. Let's just not. We'll run the electric pump and call it a day. Although it does say, I've read in the manual, don't run that electric pump for too long or you'll burn it up. Don't crank the engine for too long or you'll burn it up. Blah, 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 blah. So many things you're not supposed to do. Yet you see people do it all the time. Alright, we'll get some actual oil here. Alright, let's go put this baby back on. Make sure that's tight, which it is. Oh man, I'm excited. The only problem is I'm covered in fuel. I don't know how to move you. Well, there goes our garbage truck. You want to talk about a hard-working machine. Stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. Imagine the size of the transmission cooler on those things. Let's see here. Going right up in the soft underbelly. And we are threading. I also pulled the dipstick. Took some oil off of the dipstick and put that on there as well. Just because I felt like it. And I have no idea when that actually started to contact the filter housing, but we're gonna go with that is tight because that felt pretty tight. Okay, now we should be able to pre-fill it with the electric pump, and it's Ditch Witch Day as well. You all can watch for leaks. I'm gonna turn on, well, I'll just come hang out with you. I'm gonna turn on the priming pump and go. Yep. Different noise than I'm used to. Definitely not under load. I hear bubbles. Ah. Aha. There we go. All right, I'm going to shut it off for a little bit. Give her a little break. And pause. And clean. I guess I could have waited till 1,000. That's okay. You don't really know the history when you buy a machine, right? So, yeah, right when I click record. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, cross your fingers. Blowing. Going. Well, I'm a happy guy. Are you guys happy? I'm happy. Oh my goodness. Asphalt day? Who's getting asphalt? The busiest one light community in the nation. Hey. All right, folks. We're gonna call it there. We're gonna end on a successful fuel filter change. Very, very exciting. I'm glad the engine restarted. That's good. Good accomplishment. At least I know what to look forward to next time. The video's getting a little long, so we're gonna go ahead and pause there, and we'll pick up on the next episode some more tractor repairs and fun stuff like that. Fun stuff like that. And also, I've been thinking a lot about what some of you have asked regarding a lawnmower build. And although I don't know if I have the parts or all of the skill, we're going to give it a shot here in the next couple episodes. I think I have just the machine that we can play with. So come on back. We'll see you next time right here on the Tractor Fella channel. Elbow drop.